This Weather Pulse update is brought to you by TBG Earthworks and Maintenance, specializing in demolition, property cleanup, water and sewer repair and installation, land clearing, drainage and grading. No matter the job, residential, commercial, or industrial. Call or text 812-584-5249 to get it done right.
Hope you had a great Monday. It was pretty much close to fantastic here across the tri-state. And as we go through the remainder of the week, we're going to continue to see some pretty nice weather here across the area. I want to talk first a little bit about our daylight situation. And as we go through the next week or so, we're going to be losing a lot of daylight, actually even through the month of September. So today we're at 13 hours and 17 minutes of daylight. And as we go into tomorrow, notice that sunrise is after 7:01, sunset is at 8:17. And then we look at as we go into September 1st, so next week, which is crazy to even think, 13 hours of daylight. So you can see about 3 minutes of daylight a day being lost. And then as we go into October 1st, we get down to 11 hours and 43 minutes of daylight. So that's less than 12 hours a day. So the days are starting to dwindle down a little bit. And we're approaching fall time. Look at this time lapse today. On a pretty cool note here, you see those puffy fair weather clouds that developed here this afternoon. And then as we lost that daytime heating, we lost those puffy fair weather clouds and we're left with mainly clear skies into the evening hours and left for a pretty nice sunset here across the tri-state, leaving temperatures in the 60s right now. We got 67 right now in Cincinnati, 66 in Connorsville right now, 70 down in Maysville. That's the only spot that's in the 70s here this evening. So future radar looking at the time ahead here, we'll see some more puffy fair weather clouds tomorrow. And then as we go into Tuesday evening, really not expecting much of anything at all. Dry conditions, just those northwesterly flow. And then as we go into Wednesday, same kind of deal here. Overall, pretty quiet weather pattern ahead. You'll see these rain chances as we go over the next several days. Wednesday, it's got a 5% chance. Man, that's going to be near I-70. That's not a big threat. So overall, the majority of us over the next 4 days will remain dry. Overnight lows tonight. When you wake up in the morning, 53 in Cincinnati, down to 49 in the Connorsville area. You got 52 Maysville, 51 in Madison when you wake up. And then tomorrow afternoon, notice most of us in the low to mid 70s. Further off towards the south you go, 78 in Falmouth, 75 there in 76 in Maysville, 73 in Connorsville. And then Wednesday, when you wake up in the morning, it does look like it's going to be a little warmer than what the data was suggesting. I've got 53 in Cincinnati, 50 Connorsville, 50 in Versailles, and then down to 49 potentially in Maysville. So overall planner here, looking at these overnight lows, you'll see they get to the lowest Wednesday morning. Saturday morning now looks to be a little cool, 52, and then we start to rebound and get into the near 60-degree mark as we get in the middle part of next week. And you look at records that potentially being broke here, and you'll see 54 is the forecasted low on Tuesday. Tomorrow morning, 49 is the record. Wednesday, the record is 50. We may tie that. Thursday's 53 forecast. The record's 47. Friday's 57 forecasted. 43 is the record back in 1986. So Wednesday would be our only shot at potentially breaking a record for your morning low here across the tri-state. And then when we look at the dew point forecast, that's basically how the air feels, air you can wear. Are we going to have any of that? And the answer is no. We'll have a brief period Thursday evening into Friday evening, so your day on Friday, for a little uptick in the humidity, but overall, not a big deal. Next several hours, heading into the overnight hours, clear skies. Temperatures are going to drop down into the low 50s around the area. And then when you wake up in the morning, taking the kids, it's going to be, if it's 7 o'clock in the morning, 54, it's mainly clear skies, I think, to partly cloudy. I think mainly clear is going to be a better bet. And we're going to see sun coming up around 7:01. So yeah, that moon icon on there. And then as we get to recess, 66. You'll be shutting the jacket into the afternoon with the ride home with 68 degrees under partly cloudy skies. And here's your 7-day forecast. You'll see it's pretty much an easy one here. You got low 70s all the way through Saturday. You've got 50s in there. I don't have a single 60-degree low all week within the 7 days, and I don't even have an 80-degree temperature here in the 7-day forecast either. So it's a good stretch of weather here with very little rain chance. So your lawns may get a little brown as we head towards the end of this 7-day period because below normal temperatures and drier conditions look to continue. That's it for now. Hope you have a good evening from the Weather Pulse Tracking Center.